Right.
Okay. Um, Hello, my name's Russ. It's good to meet you. What's your name?
I'm Megan. Nice to meet you.
Hi, Megan. How are you doing today?
I'm all right.
Yeah. What brings you in today?
I've just been kind of struggling with some depression, some anxiety, just kind of down in the dumps lately.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it's not fun. Um, okay, well, as a therapist, first of all, ethically, I've got to let you know that I'm a student therapist. I'm supervised by a clinical director, a licensed clinical director, and so I just want everybody to know that. But I'm just going to do a general assessment with you to start out for our first session, and I'll ask you a few questions about your past and how you're doing right now. Is that okay?
Sounds good.
Awesome. Okay, so you've been feeling anxious and depressed, it sounds like.
hmm
Okay. On a scale of 1 to 10, how bad has your anxiety been over the last few days?
I would say about a 6.
Okay, 6 out of 10. And with depression, same question.
Probably a little higher. Probably more like a 7 or an 8.
7 or an 8. Okay, that's kind of a high score. Are you feeling suicidal at all, or has that been part of your past?
Um, I mean, I've had suicide in my family before, so it's not something that I haven't considered.
Okay.
Mhm.
So when you say you've had suicide in your family, what does that mean exactly?
My cousin, who I was really close with, committed suicide.
Gosh, I'm sorry to hear that. Really sorry to hear that. Um, how long ago was this?
I was younger, so probably 5, 6 years ago.
6 years ago. Okay. Um, Again, I'm sorry to hear that. Anyone else in your family struggle with it?
My mom has some depression and she struggled off and on with it throughout her life, but other than that, not really.
Okay. All right. Um, so today, as you come in for your first session, said that you've struggled with suicidal thoughts in your past. Are you feeling suicidal right now?
In this moment, no, but I did have a really rough day a couple days ago where it was in the back of my head and I kind of entertained it for a little while.
Okay. So some suicidal thoughts.
hmm
Um, did you ever get so far as to make a plan of how you would do it?
I don't know if I would say a plan, but I've thought about if I were to do it, I think I would probably just take some pills.
Mm, okay. Okay. Do you have any intent on taking some pills?
Um, no, I for the most part I can talk myself off the ledge for a lack of better words. And then but no, I don't think I have the intent to right now. But when I get in my depressive moods, it's hard to think outside of the box.
Of course. Of course. Okay. Um, well, I'm glad you came in and saw me. I want to ask if where you live, whether roommates, any family, boyfriend, husband, does anybody have any prescription pills or anything laying around the house where you live?
Um, Not that I know of. My husband did have back surgery a couple months ago, so he might still have some pills left over.
Okay. Okay. Um, so what I'd like to do with you, Megan, I would, if it's okay, and this is very run of the mill, we have to do this all the time, is fill out a safety plan. Um, just a safety plan. It's something, it's on paper, but it's really something, a plan to help you and keep you safe if you get into that dark spot again. Is that something you're willing to do?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll make it as painless as possible. Um, so the first thing with the thoughts or the intent or the plan, if you have any of those going on, I want you to think of 3 people that you can call that you trust to talk to. The first one, if it's okay, I'd like to put me on that list as your therapist. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's okay.
Awesome. Okay, so I'll put my name and number down on here. What are 2 other people that you like on that list?
Probably my husband and my mom.
Awesome. Awesome. I love that. And I'm going to make an assumption that you have their phone numbers.
I don't know if they're memorized, but I think they're in my phone.
Okay. Yeah. All right. You got your husband's and your mother's phone and I'll leave you with my number too. So you got us 3 that you can reach out to if you're ever in that crisis. And the second thing is to identify if you do potentially have some of those prescription pills laying around the house. Can you commit to having a conversation with your husband about disposing of those safely?
I think that's a good idea.
Okay. Okay. Again, support you in that any way that I can help. If you can do that, that would be probably the safest route for you. Just so it's just out of sight, out of mind, you know. And then the third thing I want to ask you, if there's 1 or 2, let's just start with 1. A reason to really to live, a reason to keep on going and to push through that hard time. Can you think of maybe 1 motivation that would keep you going through that dark stuff?
I think it would be really hard on my parents if I did end up committing suicide.
Yeah. Okay. Wouldn't want to put them through that trauma. Sounds like they love you. They care about you. They want you around, you know. So I'll put that family ties as maybe one of the primary motivations.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Okay. Well, again, thanks for doing that safety plan with me. I'll make sure that goes into your file that's kept confidential, so we can refer back to that if we ever need to. And again, please reach out to those resources, and we'll help keep you safe and go from there. In addition to that, do you have any questions for me?
I don't think so, but when is the soonest I could come back and see you?
I have an opening on Monday.
Perfect.
So a few days, if that's okay. And we can go, if you're going through a moment of crisis, we can do 2 sessions a week. Eventually step you down to 1 and then get to every other week. We'll go from there. Okay.
Sounds good.
All righty. Well, appreciate your time, Megan, and look forward to meeting with you again.
Thank you.
Okay.